Alrighty, I'm back. I'm going to waste no time, because I was actually kind of, shocked at how much, health Diablos had in comparison to Barioth, because that took a long time. So I'm gonna have to pay more attention. Okay, I don't need sonic bombs anymore. I do need another cool drink. I will need energy drinks. And I will also need nullberries. Oh, and 3 mega potions. Now my weapon will be the Shadow Saber. Unless I have something better. Blood Wings, maybe? Snow Slicers? Red Bludgeon? I could use the Poison Switch Axe. I have heard that this monster is very weak to water, though. You know what, I'll go with the Royal Claw. Apparently this monster takes a ridiculous amount of water damage, so I'm gonna be going with that. Okay. Hopefully we can get this done in a decent amount of time. Now, the Volcano's Fury. Hunt an Uragaan. Yay, we finally get to hunt old Uragaan himself. Don't bother reading any further unless you're a true hunter. The type who loves that quiver in your guts when you're living on the razor's edge. Still with me? Go to the volcano. Something's waiting. Hopefully this doesn't take any longer than the Diablos battle. Hopefully. If it will, I'll be sure to stop and start the recording about, I'd say, 10 minutes in. 10 or 15 minutes. Barrel bomb. That's odd. And I completely forgot about the pickaxes. I might have pickaxes with me, but I'm not sure. But because I want this fight to go as quickly as possible, I probably won't be using the pickaxes. Okay, Uragaan. He starts in Area 6, but every time after this quest, he will start in Area 5. Hello, Uragaan. Look at that big chin. Are you guys ready to rock and roll? Anyway, this brute wyvern is of the fire element. His ultimate weakness is water, although I've heard poison is pretty good too. I normally use poison against this monster, actually. Weak spot is the underbelly, and the heels as well. You can break his giant chin, and you can also break his tail, as well as cutting the tail off. His Latin name is... I think it's Pestilamentum divulgatus, which means common rock chin. I couldn't think of anything better, so I went with common. It's more common than the other Uragaan, though. I consider this monster to be probably the smartest of the brute wyverns, because he can fling volcanic rocks from his tail and then cause him to explode with his chin. He can also spray this ghostly kind of gas from his underside, and that causes you to fall asleep. No, no, no. Energy drink, energy drink. Good thing I brought those with me. This guy, as you can see, can also curl himself into a wheel and roll around. So it's kind of like Volvidon, except he's not a ball, he's a wheel. I'm kind of concerned about the damage output here too, because I haven't caused him to become enraged yet. Ow? I'm pretty sure he takes damage from his own explosions. I mean, they're explosions. Then again, this guy is covered in a rock-tough shell that can probably withstand the explosion of, I don't know, maybe even a nuclear missile if they existed in this game. That chin can also be used as a weapon, unsurprisingly. I mean, seriously, if you hit a chin that big... If you hit a chin that big, you'd be using it as a weapon, too. Okay, he's digging into the ground, which means it's time for his ultimate attack. Where he rolls. Rollin', 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 rollin'. Roll on, Uragaan. He will always stop at the end of that attack. Yeah, he likes rolling. I think he's leaving. No, he's... Yeah, he's leaving. Leaving for Area 7. Uragaan's only weak spots are his heels and his belly. You want to aim for the belly with a water weapon. That will give you a ton of damage. Okay. Forgot to mention he can pivot around with that rolling attack too. Oh, Cha-Cha just healed me, which is good, and don't know how much good that will do when there's a big chinned brute wyvern. Oh, and you're just gonna sit in the lava and do nothing. Of course. That attack has such a long range in this game, it's not even funny. It's almost brokenly large. It's pretty intense. Water, water, that is what you want to use against Uragaan. You want to use water. that is like the key to this battle, water. You want to use it. When Uragaan falls over on his back, you can actually, and I'm not kidding, you can mine rocks off of his back. And I believe that's the only way to get, I think they're called lava nuggets, is by getting them off of Uragaan's back. I'm not going to be doing it because I'm concerned about finishing this fight as quickly as I can, so I'm going to be taking every opportunity I can to hit this thing. Uragaan, stop moving around. Uragaan will also drop a shiny item when you cause him to flinch by attacking his underbelly, and only his underbelly. And I think he just ran over that Euroctor. Also, when he's low on stamina, Uragaan will fall over after he's done rolling. Uragaan can also spray this yellow gas that will blow up when you come into contact with it and cause fire damage. So avoid that attack, especially if you're wearing Giganox armor like I am. Which reminds me, I really got to change this armor set. Anything you would recommend, viewers? Any armor sets you would recommend before the final boss? Logiacrus armor, Rathalos armor, Barioth armor, any kind of armor at all. I use Logiacrus armor in Monster Hunter Tri against the Shadows, but since the armors have different skills in this game, I'm not sure if that armor is what I want for Shadows in Monster Hunter Tri Ultimate. I don't even know what skills Logiacrus armor has right now. Oh, thank you, Cha-Cha. Okay, I've dragged this on for a little more than 5 minutes, I'm assuming. So at the 10-minute mark, I'm probably going to stop and start the recording unless Uragaan is close to death, in which case I'll finish him off. No, no, no. Wow. That was a pretty insane shockwave. In Monster Hunter Tri, Uragaan would do both gas attacks equally as often. But now, he seems to prefer using the sleep gas and the fire gas when he's enraged. Which kind of reminds me of Gravios from Monster Hunter Freedom Unite. He would use the sleep gas when normal, and he would use the fire gas when enraged. Waiting for that to happen. Get away from me, Benahabras. No one asked for you. When Uragaan's about to do his rolling attack, you want to stick close to the entrance of the area. Or the exit, depending on how you look at it. I've seen a lot of people using the hammer against Uragaan, and I'm beginning to think I should too. I mean, look at that head. Shouldn't be too hard to hit it. Not to mention that Uragaan's chin will actually become his weak spot when you break it. And that is really interesting, in my opinion. So next time I fight Uragaan, I'm going to bring a hammer. and I'm just gonna wail on that chin when I break it. They didn't do that in Monster Hunter Tri, though. That kind of stinks. I wonder why he will sometimes roll slower. You and your chin. Oh, 1 stamina, are we? Well, let me just hit you with my water weapon. Oh, is that... Yeah, paralysis. That's the end of that Bunahabra. Ooh, another shiny. Thank you, Uragaan. Now do me a favor and die. Another wyvern tier. Okay, when Uragaan leaves the area next, I'm going to stop and start the recording. To be on the safe side. Oh, I'm not even surprised this guy is limping. After all the amount of times I've hit him with this water weapon. Hehehe. Uragaan. Uragaan's a really cool wyvern because, I mean, he's big and rocky and he has like a huge boulder-sized chin. He also eats rocks. Are you surprised? I doubt it. I wasn't surprised to learn this guy eats rocks. And like all the best monsters, he has a hip check. And there we go. Took about 15 minutes. Not that bad. Yeah, not as hard as Diablos. Uragaan Shell. Uragaan Scoot. I think those are pretty rare. Uragaan Scale, Sucker, and I'm going to attack you. That's what he sounds like when he dies. Uragaan Jaw. And an Eructor Scale. That was a productive recording. A Diablos and an Uragaan. Diablos really should be reclassified as a brute wyvern. In fact, I have a theory that Diablos is like the midway stage between flying wyverns and brute wyverns because he's almost flightless. And he attacks mostly with brute strength. Uragaan Shell, Uragaan Scale, Uragaan Scale, Uragaan Scoot. Mystery Charm, Bone Husk, Rust Shard, awesome. Mystery Charm, Bone Husk, Armor Sphere, and Armor Sphere. Now, what are these? Perception, and Match Slicers. I'll sell them all. Awesome. Uragaan, he's down for the count. Volcanic Menace has been added to the gallery. Uragaan Life has been added to the gallery. Now I can watch that. Awesome. Now I will save. Because I'm kind of worried about the camera's battery life, I'm not gonna do any like farewell chatter or anything like that I usually do. I'm not even gonna bother talking to all of these people. I'm just gonna say farewell and many great goodbyes. This is Cottonmouth255, the Spore Serpent, and Cha-Cha and Kayamba the Shakalakas. And I will see you all next time for more monster hunts on Monster Hunter Tri-Ultimate. Goodbye, farewell, happy hunting,